Well, hey, connecting in. This is what I look like at the end of the day, and I'm still not done. So I've been back to back with clients all day, moving into now going to teach, moving from Survive to Thrive. Registration for July's course is now open, and there's a little special promo this month. So make sure you're on our email list if you want details on that. Diamondno.com, you can sign up for the email list. Super excited, so passionate about the changes that I'm seeing with that, especially for Starseeds. And that is what this week is about Starseeds. Holy moly, it's incredible. So June is all about change. It's about stepping in. It's about clarity. It's about the universal law of inspired action working through you, with you, for you. It is about higher connections. It is about transformation. It is about stepping in. It's so powerful. Well, on this crazy high all month, my life has done a 180. Like, whoa, crazy awesome. And I'm watching all my Starseeds River membership group, the Galactic Ambassadors, all making these pivotal changes. And then my one on ones, obviously. Wow, it's so good. So I really want to know how you're handling this energy, and I really want to dissect what's going to happen this week. In our coffee chat membership group, I break down daily and nightly, and I know from today till Wednesday night what's in store, and it's euphoric, it's high, it's love, it's expansion, it's that, that feeling when you have like a really amazing conversation with someone, and you're just like, time doesn't exist, and you're like, ah, oh. It's that feeling. It's just like, beautiful for most of us, especially starseeds. Now, the opposite side of that, because the law of polarity is there's always two sides to a coin. So the opposite side of that is a little bit of anticipation. It could be labeled as anxiety, but let's not go there. It's anticipation. It's this something's changing, I don't know what, and it's a little bit more fear based, and I don't know what the next steps are. So that's the opposite side of what we're going through. So you might be having one of those two sensations right now. I'd love to hear what you are feeling, what you are experiencing. The 13th last Monday, oh, that was probably the best day of my entire life. Like, I got visited from Octurians, massive download on the power of 369. Like, oh, it's so good. And I just, like, I look like a crazy person right now. Anyway, maybe I am. Who knows? All right, so let's go into, hi, Tara. Let's go into this week's breakdown. Oh, and let's see what's coming in, okay? I'm just so flippin' excited right now. Like, I'm so full of passion. I'm so full of love and gratitude. Ooh, sticky. What's going on there? Let's see what comes out. How many piles? Interesting. Okay. All right, here we go. This week's forecast. Let's do it. Okay. I want you to center it and ground. I have a total side note specific for Starseeds, so we're going to do that at the very end. But an overall arching theme for the week for us. So this is to be forewarned, is to be forearmed. What to do with the energy, how to use it, all that stuff. And then I've got number 1, 2, or 3. So I want you to connect in what feels right for you. Number 1, 2, or 3, or a combination of those. And then in the comments, let me know what resonates out of this. Okay, so let's go into our overall theme. I feel like there's something else coming through. Give me 1 second here. Okay, we're good. Let's go. All right, our overall theme. Do not make this up. I love this. I'm going to show you the cards. Like I said, it's all about activation, right? This month, activation. And what that means, by the way, if you're not familiar with starseed terms or activation terms, our DNA structure has every cell in your body, and there's trillions of them. Every cell has consciousness within it, which is universal flow. And that consciousness is expanding, and your cellular structure is wrapped in limiting beliefs. So that's what creates the material world, like what we see, feel, touch, eat, all that stuff. So that consciousness is expanding, and in that expansion comes more wisdom, more universal wisdom, more connection to your ascended energies, whether you are connected to the angelic team, the archangels, the galactic tribes, whatever that is, or all of them, right? So that's being activated. And we go through these phases of getting what's called attunements, where in your sleep or in your meditations, you might be feeling a napitation. I had a napitation day. That's why I'm looking like ass right now with bags under my eyes, because I just came out of that. And it was like a huge energy shift for me. So we get these attunements, and you feel like you're sleeping and nothing happens. You're not. Your body's being adjusted to hold the next level of expansion. And this is the week of integration of that. So you're going to have a couple of meditations or sleeps where the activation's happening, and you feel that expansion happening, and you have no idea. You're just in this like, oh, life is great, I trust everything. And then boom comes the download, and it'll come through like a mofo. Super strong, super powerful wisdom. And then the integration period happens. And so that's what we're going to be experiencing in our overall arching theme of this week is hold on, because all of the information's coming through for you. So I freaking love this deck. I think it's so stunning. So when I'm looking at this, so it's like skywriting the fates. But what I'm seeing is after the full moon that we just had, there's going to be some lifting up and some shifting, especially with the divine feminine, because this is showing you the shape of a uterus. So the divine feminine, and then we've got these little scribes here, which is your integration, your opening. Now, a lot of my star seeds are seeing purple right now in their own auric fields, and they're seeing purple in when they're looking, like in their meditations, they're getting a lot of purple. This is very ascended energy coming through. So these are the wise councils of the galactic federations. So whether that's the Intergalactic Federation or the Galactic Federation of Light, these are coming through really strong. So a lot of us are kind of mixed breeds of either Palladian, Sirian, Lemurian, or something a little bit above that. And so that purple is really representative of those hybrids coming in right now and feeling that. And you'll know you're a starseed if you have this sense of like crazy compassion for humanity or the planet. That's like the Galactic Federation of Light are all about humanity's growth and evolution, all about the planet, the animal kingdom, the oceans, all about savior, saving, creating change. It's very love, it's very light, it's very beautiful. And then above that, the intergalactic energies. Those activations are, oh, I just saw something else in this card, which is really cool. All right, those activations are transmuters. We hold energy, we anchor energy, and we're ambassadors for all the evolution of all that is here on this planet. So we're not as compassionate about humanity. It's the totality of evolution that we're just like, yes, let's go. Light workers generally are actually starseeds, more of the Palladian descent. Very passionate, very, very loving and wanting to make change. And so the other symptoms of being a starseed are you don't really feel like you fit in. You have a hard time finding your tribe, so to speak, although that's happening right now. You know you have purpose, but you're not quite sure what it is, but you just have this knowing that you're meant for something. Those are all conducive to being a starseed. So there's big activation happening within the divine feminine. Now, the other thing I just saw in this card, which I'm going to show you, is this little feather right here, right? And it's at the base, it's at the root. And see the transformation of legs right there? So this is root chakra cleansing, but in this contract, soul contract. So this contract, when I get this card, always means purpose. It means stepping into purpose. It means clarity on purpose. It means connecting with the right people who are going to open you up to purpose. And that's what 2022 is all about, especially June. And then again in September, we're having this big opening again. So the overall arching theme is connect to the people who will bring you into purpose. And that means helping you see, helping you understand yourself, helping you heal those limiting beliefs. It means your tribe of fellow soulmates that you really resonate with. And it's this unspoken energy. This is like congregating evolution together, which is really beautiful. So the whole theme is your tribes that are working with you, through you, for all that is, as well as the other humans that are starseeds or light workers or that like joint union. So if you're not a starseed, this probably isn't even going to work for you. So you can just scroll on and not have to look at my crazy hair. However, if you feel that you have a sense of purpose, let's go through this, okay? So 1, 2, or 3, I want you to connect in. I'm going to start with number 1. I'm going to quickly look at the comments. Hi, Scarlett. Yeah, you're seeing purple, eh, Marsha? That's awesome. Okay, here we go. Number 1. I got some shit to do. I mean this with the utmost love. Number ones. Look at the color. Look at the fire. Fire in both cards, color in both cards. Burn off what doesn't serve you. This is your root chakra. This is your foundation. This is your limiting belief structure. This is your inner child. Number ones, it's time to do that dive into the depths of your inner child work and not the fluffy inner child work. Like, don't waste your time with that. When we go into that belief core, your beliefs are established by the time you're 8 years old. You've solidified them and you're working off of those subconsciously, right? And they're kind of hiding in the subconscious, which is 94% of your consciousness. That's a lot. Some deep vessel going on in there. So this is about going deep into that spot. It's about not disowning yourself. It's about not denying that you have purpose. I get this a lot with clients who are like, who am I to have such big purpose on this planet? That's what you came here for. Get your ego out of the way. Get those limits out of the way. This is about no smack talk, no doubt. Own it. You've got nothing to lose by owning it. And if you want to just play for a day and be like, okay, today I'm going to say, I have massive purpose. I am willing to step into massive purpose. Willing is the key word. Don't use I want. Don't use I need to. I'm willing to allow my path to unfold. I am ready and willing to allow my purpose to come to me. I'm willing to expand my purpose. I'm willing to believe in myself. Let's just start with that one in itself, right? So number one, this is all about get into those worth places, inner child work for sure. Those of you that have worked with me, go back to your notes. You know what to do. The other thing that I'm hearing is burning off. So this is a couple of different things. Because I'm seeing a lot of lower chakra, human chakra, so your root, sacral, navel chakra, being affected right now with the energy that's coming through, burn it off. Even if you're not a runner, go for a quick little spurt. Do some movement, do some run, do some action. Get that moving out of the way. Because when we do that action stuff, when we burst it out, we let the divine masculine release, and then we can go into the divine feminine. I have to work out every day. I have to lift weights every day to move that aside and be able to let my divine feminine flow through. So there's that sort of suggestion. Also, burning off can mean tidying up your space. It can mean getting rid of things that do not serve you. I went through my phone last night in the bath. I had a beautiful bath and a beautiful cry, let me tell you. It was stunning. And then I had to go through my phone and get rid of things that don't serve me anymore. So cleanse, whether that's your phone, whether that's your email box, whether that's your kitchen counter, whether it's your dresser. Tidy, get good, clean up, create space for new to come in. If you're holding on to something, you're not creating space for something new to come in. So if it's not yours anymore, or if you're willing to let go of it, start the process of letting go, okay? All right, that's number ones. Let's go into number twos. Wow, love it. Number twos, you are transforming. Ooh, number two, okay, this week for you, number twos, bravery, courage. I use this statement a lot. It takes a tremendous amount of courage to be vulnerable with me. I say that to all my clients. There is power in vulnerability. And vulnerability doesn't mean being soft. Vulnerability, there's a huge difference between feeling vulnerable and being vulnerable. Feeling vulnerable is you're up in the story of worst case scenario. This could happen. I feel uncomfortable. I'm not sure what to say. And if you stay in that story, you're going to be creating that in your existence because that's going to be your vibration, and the law of attraction will match that vibration. So vulnerability, being vulnerable, is formulating that question. Is this what you think? Is this how you feel about me? It's putting it out there so that you can get closure on the story. You may not get the answer you want by being vulnerable, but you're putting closure to the story that's been going on. Therefore, that's not your vibration anymore. And when you get the answer, you can then make a decision from that answer. So this is about vulnerability, being vulnerable, asking those questions. This is about being courageous this week to step fully into life. Where are you holding yourself back, baby? Sit and write a list. Where is there lack in your life? Where are you holding yourself back? Where could you expand more? And then it only takes 5% action to sort of shift the energy in the direction that you want. So this is just a self-evaluation. Where am I holding myself back? And it's about being adaptable. I'm just looking at left hand. 1 second here. Some of you are going to have telekinesis being activated this week. Oh, that's fun. I've just discovered how to do that, like really, truly. So play with it a little bit. You're going to feel it. And I'm just hearing that's being activated. It's one of our gifts. Like we are evolving a lot. So telepathy is coming into play. Telekinesis, levitation, that's the thing I'm working on now. Or allowing now, I'll say. So this is all about letting those gifts come to life. If you're not there yet, then it's intuition, growth, and expansion. So your intuition is going to be really expanding this week. Your knowing. Huge difference between knowledge and knowing. You can get kicked in the balls, but if you're not a dude and you haven't been kicked in the balls, you don't know what it feels like. You have awareness of it. You have knowledge of it. Whereas if you have them, you know, right? So that's my metaphor for today. So you're integrating your knowing, and that's coming forward. There's a lot of universal wisdom being integrated in your becoming. So you're evolving into the awareness, the becoming of that information. So with that, I'm hearing a little bit of quiet time, especially Wednesday, I'm hearing specifically for you. Just take a little quiet time, either in nature, the sun, whatever you can do, like outdoors, get that energy moving for you. But it's all about being courageous and stepping into life. Where can you step into life more this week? Because the energy is in your favor. So this isn't like, yeah, sure, dime. I know I need to step in. No, the energy is in your favor, meaning the outcome is going to be a higher outcome if you take advantage of that. All right, let's go number 3. I had 3 messages come through, and I'm pretty sure one was my ego, so let me just check in. Okay, that took a little bit of time there. All right, number 3s. The evenings this week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday evening, is your inspired action time. I'm hearing that very specifically. Dusk is when you are going to have more awareness come in. Dusk is when you're going to have more connection come in. The energy is more conducive for you for whatever reason at that dusk timeline. Also, for any lingering starseeds that are really connected to the Octurians, they're still roaming around a little bit. And the sun's very hard on enhancing radiation on the planet, so they're more active in the evening or very first thing in the morning. So sunrise, sunset times are for starseeds. You're going to get more information. So pay attention to what's coming on in your head, going on in your head. Like just sit and reflect. Go outside, just take in the sunset or something, and pay attention to what is going on, because there's a lot of activation or awareness or expansion going on in those times. The sunrise, sunset for you, but more so dusk. So I'm hearing there's a lot of like beautiful information that's going to come through. I also feel there's this like nature speaking to you. So your wisdom is being reflected through nature. Really important for number 3s to spend some time outside, even if that's just in the backyard, like just a couple of minutes. Nature's really trying to speak through for you. You're very connected to Gaia as well, and she's about to go through some crazy stuff next month. So she sort of needs all of the anchoring that she can get as she makes this transformation that she's about to go through. So number 3s, you're really connected into Gaia. You're very anchoring for her. So it's kind of a responsibility. Unfortunately, you probably feel that, to just anchor in love, anchor in beautiful energy down into her. So by you grounding, you're feeding her. And there's going to be some big activation with like, how do I put this? Like number 3s are very connected to the crystalline grid. So your sacred heart chakra, there's like a heart chakra, but then there's a sacred heart chakra, predominant in all starseeds, that gets activated. And I feel like that's what's going to happen for you this week, or there's a high potential of that. It's a little bit uncomfortable, but when it activates, it's your connection to the crystalline grid on the planet, so like the pyramids, crystal skulls, and even the dragon kingdom. So that grid is being activated, and that can feel a little bit like heart flutters, palpitations. It can feel like a little bit of back pain right where the chakra is, just some tension. So you may be going through a little bit of that activation this week. So just be very patient with your body. gentle movement, nothing forceful, and stretching and breathing and hydration and all of that really supports that. Cool, but it's intense for you. Energy's really high for number threes. Like you're gonna feel the like push and pull. You're gonna feel the heightened state that I'm feeling. Number twos, you're gonna feel more of that, like the okay, I want to, like the hurry up and stop. Like I really want to. I'm really ambitious. I'm really excited. I'm inspired. And then like, ooh, not sure. And then number ones, you're going to feel more of that inner child or limiting belief structure sort of surfacing, like that tail end, like taking the dust bunnies out of the closet. So you may have some big epiphanies, but they can be a little bit heavy sometimes. So just everyone be patient, but enjoy the beauty that's coming down because the energy overall is really conducive for evolution and awakening. So it feels good. But you may be a little bit tired like me. Okay, let's go into our star seed. Oh God, I love this. This just hit me for my own message. But anyway, let's go into this other side note for all star seeds. The overall message is like, be bigger than life. Like just be bigger than life. The way I'm seeing this, I'll show you the card. Remember, it's not about what the card says, it's about what it shows me, right? So I'm going to show you how I'm breaking this all down. So we've got this like really interesting dude, but look at the size of the trees beside his feet, right? Like see how big he is? And see how he's a whole bunch of creatures all in one. Like he's got the fairy wings, he's got some lotus flowers coming out from the back of his head, and he's very mysterious, and there's fire and passion, and all this coming from his hands. This is really symbolic on own your uniqueness. Who you are, exactly who you are, not who you're trying to be or want to be more of. There's no such thing. There's only the thing of like, let go what doesn't serve you, right? Your authenticity, your unique perception, your unique sense of humor, your own challenges and journey that you've endured, those are perfect. You do not have to be more. You are perfect. And embrace it. And when you embrace that, it's going to be reflected to you everywhere you go. Everything's a mirror. So this extra little note for star seeds is believe in yourself. Like believe in yourself and own yourself and own your worth and your love and your passion for the world. Just fully unleash. Like this is your time to shine. Just be you. Quirky hair, whatever it is, just be you because it's perfect. And you're inspiring a lot more people than you know just with your presence, not alone with everything else that you're bringing to the world. So there's that. It's good. I'm so in love with life right now. Like, I'm just so in love with it. It's so amazing. So many transitions are happening for so many people across the board. I'm watching people do 180s. Like, nope, that way. Big changes happening everywhere. And I know that it's been really hard and heavy for quite some time. But this is the month to be more in celebration of self, more in celebration of your uniqueness, your dreams, your aspirations, your goals, the quirkiness that you are. And July, August are going to be a little bit different, not so fun, but September is going to be incredible, just like June has been. So if you're really struggling in June, there's some limiting beliefs that really just want to shift, and that's going to boil down to your worth and your belief in yourself. So do those deep dives, continue to be persistent, continue to push forward and believe, and we're making it. We're tipping the scale. Everything is in transition. Even though we're going to see some crazy shit happen this year, the end of this year, it's coming more. But anyway, we are actually flipping the scale, and we are shifting the evolution of all that is. So just stay in trust. All right. All right, gang. I have to go teach Moving from Survive to Thrive. Have an amazing Monday night, and let me know what resonated with you. All right. Bye.